Oh, oh, I hear myself. Hey, this is Rick. Welcome to Spit Take. I'm here with Adam and Steph.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm told that I have to pause so they can respond. Um,
It is
so,
polite.
so, top number one thing that's been talked about is the movie Catfish, or or
Unknown numbers.
unknown number, high school catfish,
Mhm.
and that's been the big thing. Big documentary that's gone on recently. I think both of you guys watched it, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And so I think we were all shocked. If you haven't watched it yet, spoiler, but definitely go watch it and then come back. What caught you guys about that documentary? What did you guys like? Do you guys?
It's oh god, it was fucked up. It's fucked
Yeah.
up. As a normal functioning human being, the best I can be anyways, seeing who the perpetrator actually was, because I don't want to give out spoilers if people haven't seen it, but to see who the perpetrator actually was shocked me a little that she could do that.
I was actually not that shocked. I had a feeling it was that person. What shocked me was the reaction. Listen, if you haven't watched it, just skip ahead in our podcast because I think we have to talk about who it is. Otherwise, it's going to get confusing. So, can I just say it?
Oh, you can talk about who it is. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah,
I,
we already told them to go somewhere, go watch it, and then come back.
yeah. So, with it being the mom, I was not super shocked. I was shocked at her daughter's non-reaction to everything going on, but I've been reading about it on Reddit and stuff, and everyone's like, "Well, if you think about it, the cop never actually said what the mom did when they brought her in, so she probably was confused." And I think that's a fair point. We've talked about it being a Munchausen's by proxy type of situation here. Um, I am shocked that somebody would write those vulgar messages to their teen daughter.
Yeah. So to back up, just if you haven't seen it and you're still watching this and you want to know what's going on, so it's this teenage girl and her boyfriend start receiving these texts one day, and it's very vulgar shit. It's coming from an unknown number, and it's something like telling the girl like, hey, your boyfriend, he doesn't really love you because you won't have sex with him, you won't fucking blah blah blah, and like it just keeps coming and coming, and then it stops for a little bit, and then like 2 months later it picks back up, and it's like 6 7 hours a day of them receiving these messages. Like it was, what did they say it was? It was like 725 pages
Yeah,
of
it was
like
up
text
there.
messages.
That's
It's
wild.
and so as you're watching, they're they're showing the police process. They're trying to figure out who's doing it. It ends up being the mom. The girl's mom was sending those text messages to her. So pretty twisted stuff that she was saying. She was saying things about like, oh, he likes to taste me. Oh, he sucks on these tits and like stuff like that. It was really messed up. And that was like, I'm sure they didn't even share like the most vulgar stuff on that documentary.
No, I think they literally said that there's some stuff they can't share. And the only reason Kendra, which was the mom, uh, agreed to do the documentary is so she can tell her side of the story. And she did not make herself look better at all because obvious she's just like, well, you got. There's other people that have committed crimes. Does that make them bad?
Yeah.
Really trying to rationalize it. You could see the criminal thinking going. Part of me wonders if she's texted 700 times, if she is obsessive compulsive. So I feel like like to do that, like you'd have to like message, like keep going.
Yeah.
And first of all, why does the daughter even still have the phone turned on? Uh,
Right.
I think that's odd. There's a lot of odd stuff that led up to it. And the dad was totally out of the picture, just believed her uh, about like the financial problems and Jorge or some foreigner uh, hacked their account or something like that. And
Yeah.
apparently he's a mechanic, and he was talking to his coworkers, and his coworkers were like, I don't know about that man." And so his coworkers catching on, and so come to find out, Lauren, the daughter,
Lauren.
Lauren,
um,
yeah.
Lauren, the daughter, uh, already had a hunch and was already questioning it,
I
and
heard
that's
about
part
that.
of why she didn't react at the end. Like, yes, there's shock, but at the same time, she looked like she was kind of not surprised. But I looked at her hands, and I went back and watched it. Her mom's trying to hug her when really what should have happened is don't tell the the abuser right in front of the victim,
Right.
Right.
because now she's going, oh baby, I love you so much, right? So she's love bombing her daughter, which is number one to get hooked in by the narcissist.
hmm
Obviously, you can tell she's been through this cycle of abuse before. She's not surprised. Why wouldn't she be surprised if her mom wasn't emotionally abusing her before that? You
Right.
know, but a lot of stuff started to click for her, and that's why also why like she started talking about, like, not really at first talking about, she was forgiving her mom.
hmm
uh so now she's 18, I think she's going to college for criminology, and she's like, I'm trying to keep my distance from my mom, which probably means she did try to give her mom the benefit of the doubt, but the mom kept anxiously
hmm
putting her in that cycle, being very desperate to gain her love back,
Yeah.
and she doesn't have any trust for her mom, and so that could be very agitating.
Well, like they talk about with it being like a cyber Munchausen's, basically, is the mom. It felt like the mom was trying to make her dependent and reliant on her, and like, oh, don't worry,
Right.
baby, I'll fit, and like trying to keep her close. But at the same time, the shit she was sending to the boyfriend Owen, which she continued to send after they broke up, apparently, and trying to hurt his relationship. She also had some kind of weird thing about him that she was kind of stalking him. Little,
Well, that was the whole she's in love with him thing,
yeah.
because literally she'd be all excited telling his mom, hey, we're gonna go to his game, travel for his game. She coached the team, um and she was texting him, and also his mom said that we were trying to be friends, but she kept trying to pry into my son's sex life.
Weird.
Oh.
And the
Yeah.
mom knew, from it's a small town, the whole town knew,
Yeah. Beale,
because
Michigan.
she was that girl. She was that, you know what I'm talking about? She
hmm
was that woman that you kind of know it was her, you know?
A little bit of
Um,
a sexual predator.
yeah, people were not, the town wasn't surprised. I think there's a lot left out of that story
Well,
for TV purposes.
and there was stuff, kind of, you hear the stories about like mom being jealous of the daughter because of the boyfriend she has and stuff, and like trying to insert herself into that relationship and everything. That's you hear about that kind of stuff sometimes, and that's where I think she ended up going, was like, I'm jealous that my daughter's getting that attention, because her cousin even said like, oh yeah, no, she wants attention. Like if you're sitting here talking to me on camera and she was here, she's off dancing in the corner being like, look at me, look at me.
Mm-hmm.
So like she wanted the attention of the boyfriend because she saw her daughter had something, which makes me think that maybe she didn't have well, multiple things made me think she didn't have.
Her mom was narcissist.
Right. But I think like there were multiple things showing that her and her husband didn't have the most stable relationship. Number one being that he didn't even know she was out of work for over a year.
Oh yeah. Well, he kept believing her. So I don't even
Yeah.
know if it wasn't stable. So when a narcissistic family, there's an enabler. Enabler allows the person to continue,
hmm
like makes it okay, right? So
Yeah.
if my cousin keeps going to jail and I keep bailing him out of jail, then I'm enabling him.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I have to say, hey, you're gonna have to rot there, learn your lesson. So they keep them from failing.
Yeah. Absolutely. But yeah, I mean a pretty messed up show overall. It's just like, but it blew my mind because as a parent, I don't know that I could ever treat my kids like that. It's so far out there for me.
Yeah,
But
but yeah, that's why I say it's like it's not as surprising because as a therapist, I see it
yeah,
a lot.
you've seen it a lot
And
more.
yeah, but it's like when I see it that often, it's like I think it's not. It's pretty normal. I think that's just how the world is, which gives me a pretty, not a very good, not a happy Sally to be around. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Um, any final thoughts on the show?
I'm just curious to see how it, like, in a year, like, what comes out, or if there's anything else, other things that are gonna pop up that they didn't touch on in the show that just comes out, like the Chloe's parents, the cops, like they touched on them, and apparently everybody's all up in arms about something that Chloe's mom said, like they knew Lauren and the dad were in on it or something like that.
I heard something about that.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were like pointing the finger already, and they were like, I don't know. Like they were. I think they said they were pointing the finger at the mom for a long time.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
wild.
yeah,
So since we're on the discussion of documentaries, I Charlie Sheen has a documentary coming out. Uh, First of all, did you watch the Pee Wee Herman documentary on Max?
no, I do want to watch that though.
Watch that shit. That's gonna go in our I watched this weekend segment. But anyways, it kind of feels like Charlie Sheen's kind of doing the same thing, except Paul Rubin kind of made it himself. I don't know about this one, but there's already controversy coming out about it. Charlie's saying he's been attracted to and slept with men.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know. What do you guys have any thoughts on this, Doc?
Yeah, I mean, I could see it. He was really into drugs back in the day, and not saying gay people are into drugs, but
Man might
like,
have slipped through.
he,
Creep.
just saying, just saying,
You never
people do
know.
some. Before he was big, he wasn't making a lot of money, and listen, drugs are not cheap.
We
Okay,
were having so many orgies back then. You never know what could slip in there.
there's a, I mean, that's probably going to be a verbatim line that he says. Like, he's into some weird.
Right
Like, I
after
mean,
Tiger Blood. Man,
he is
remember when
so
he was
fun.
big though? When all that shit was going down with him and Two and a Half Men, made
Yeah,
Two and a Half Men probably a lot of money in sitcom money. I think people got worn out by it fast because it disappeared fast. But there was a lot of a
the show
big.
was not as good after he left.
It wasn't as good, but he was making all these quotes about Tiger Blood and shit.
Yeah,
Like it was like
I remember
Haktua.
that.
It was Haktua at that time.
Yeah, he was like, "Yeah, I fucking overcame everything on my own because I got fucking tiger blood."
I think I just invented a word.
Winter Sheen dinner. I remember all that shit.
Yeah,
It was great.
just
I remember
singing
like
loud stuff.
I remember watching that when I was like at the gym back when we used to work out at LA Fitness. I like remember
Yeah,
watching that while I was like on the exercise bike because they had the little TVs on it. Remember watching that and
yeah.
just like that dude is wild.
I do
And
miss those days though because you were comparing Charlie's character, and they had because he was so drunk or whatever's going on with him, they had to call his character Charlie, so we remembered.
yeah,
Uh,
and then he
but
went on to do another show, Anger Management, which was actually really good.
it was
I
decent.
like the show. I don't know how
But there
many
was a
seasons.
big argument back then between who was getting the more women. Remember who his opponent would be? Come
No.
on, you know this. You know
I know. I'm thinking.
who would be the other one getting all the women, always sleeping with somebody.
George
Huh.
Clooney.
They have a playbook.
Did, oh, Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know why my mind went to Burt Ward because I read an interview with him and he was talking about how him and Adam West were just having crazy orgies all the time. Like
Him and
uh,
who?
Adam West, Burt
Oh,
Ward was Robin, and of course Adam West was bad. But he was talking about like how they were sleeping with like hundreds of women every year.
yeah. I
Wow.
like one of my favorite lines in the movie was in the Harold and Kumar Christmas when he was in
Yeah,
it. Did you watch that? And he's with the chick, and she's like, "I thought you were gay." He goes, "I'm gay for that pussy."
yeah. Yeah.
That's one of the greatest lines of all time.
When they show up and they're like, "You're not gay," and he's like, "Dude," he's like, "Women love gay men." Like, he's doing it like it's a ruse, just so it doesn't break canon of
And
the other two movies.
I love Doogie Howser, MD, but
Yeah.
that's when like Neil Patrick Harris became a icon.
Apparently, because of the first Harold and Kumar movie, that's how he got the part on How I Met Your Mother. That was like what showed people that he wasn't just like Doogie Howser anymore.
Right.
That was like the thing that took him to the top, and which is
Because
amazing.
he's so good at it.
Yeah,
He does got that squeal that when he laugh.
because well, and because what else does he have? Starship Troopers.
Oh man, such
What a great movie.
he did so well on that.
He was
Love the
barely
shower
in
scene.
it, but he was great. But yeah, I don't know. Charlie, I do want to watch the Charlie Sheen documentary.
It's
I
just
was
like every
always
10 years, Charlie Sheen gets starred for attention, but he's such a creep. What Denise Richards
yeah.
was making like an order of protection for him not to see his daughter. Like the dude is wild, and I'm sure they don't talk about everything.
No.
Like in Corey Feldman's documentary, there was allegations that he kind of, you know, Corey
Yeah.
Haim, who was a younger age.
Yeah. God, it's crazy. But then like I read something recently about how like half of like everything that he made for 2.5 minutes. He was making I think $2 million an episode. Like half of everything he made, he donated to charity, which is also crazy. It's like, he's good. He's bad. He's good. I don't know.
But
Like
then he got in trouble for that party.
which par- which party was that? I'm trying to remember.
What's her name? When Amy Winehouse died, he had a party and like literally looked like he had her corpse there.
Oh yeah, yeah. That guy. I mean, he's off his fucking rocker. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But he's still
Really.
so funny, and I love everything he does. Like Scary Movie 3 wouldn't have been as good without Charlie Sheen. It wasn't the best of the scary movies, but like Charlie Sheen being in it was fucking hilarious.
I mean, he's a
Oh
legend.
yeah.
Like one
Well,
of my
yeah, because
I was gonna say one of my favorite scenes with him in Scary Movie 3, and I think I've brought this up before, is when his wife gets hit by the car or whatever, and he's talking to the cop, and the cop's like, was like, yeah, she's badly injured and all this, and the car's the only thing holding her together. He's like, I don't get what you mean. She's like, okay, look at the hot dog, and she breaks the hot dog in half. He's like, she broke her wiener. But then like it ends with him just being like, hey, she's like, so this is the last time I can talk to the top half of my wife, and she's like, yes, and he's like, what about the bottom half? Can I squeeze a few minutes in with that? And she's like, I don't get it. And he takes like a hot dog and a donut. He's like, let me explain.
Wasn't
man,
it
no,
Denise Richards too?
What?
I
yeah,
think that was his wife in the in Scary
that
Movie.
was back.
Yes, it was.
That was back during Wild Things.
Yeah, yeah, that was pretty funny. I do like that movie.
Did you miss me saying
What?
that? I was just wondering if stuff's spaced out when I said that.
No.
What?
That about Denise Richards.
Well, yeah, in real life, but not in the movie.
Never mind.
I don't know.
'Cause I did mention Denise Richards.
Oh, I'm only hearing like a little bit here because I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe
okay. I thought maybe you just got bored and zoned out into your
no,
happy
I
place.
can. I'm having issues with my audio, so I'm like,
Oh, okay. I'll keep that in mind.
yeah, I'm
Um,
like hoping these headphones kick on soon.
yeah, but I'm sure when that comes out, which I think is soon, it's going to be probably pretty talked about.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of like, oh, they didn't mention this,
Hmm.
going on. Um, so this week, uh, we both watched the fifth episode of Alien Earth. Sixth episode came out today. Didn't get to watch that yet.
Hmm.
But I know Adam was pretty excited about the fifth episode.
Yeah, it was like a mini Alien movie. like it was a little rushed, but it was like a mini Alien movie because it shows what happens on the ship prior to it crashing to Earth. Uh, and I thought it was kind of cool. I have my own theories about it. I think that the eyeball squid thing, I think it's going to end up being the hero of the show because they've kind of demonstrated that it's got the intelligence now. It's the only creature that they capture that has like that kind of superior intelligence. And in the scene where the xenomorph came into the room and the squid had taken over a person's body, like it kind of brushed past the humans to attack the xenomorph, like there's some kind of feud going on. Not that it's blameless and not like a killer, but like it's kind of that Godzilla Kong thing where like people are just kind of in the way. So I think it's got its own beef, or it's trying to stop an infestation. Because when it was also knocking on the glass, when the doctor, when the leech thing spit its like little baby seeds into the doctor's water and it was knocking on the glass to try to warn her, I feel like it's trying to stop the infestations of the other creatures. So that's my theory on it, anyways. I've seen other people have proposed that too. But I think there's going to be more because they've put so much focus on that eye every episode, and it's the only alien that they've really put a focus on besides the xenomorph. So there's something there.
I think it's very appropriate for them to be adding new aliens to the universe.
Yeah. Well,
and I think it's the appropriate time to do that to keep it fresh, you know.
Yeah. When I read the because I was trying to figure out, I'm like, where does like Alien vs Predator fall into the timeline and stuff? So I was reading how it's kind of broken down. So Alien vs Predator, those movies exist in the Predator universe, but not the Alien universe. So it's very unlikely that we're going to get an Alien movie that or show that ever features Predator. More likely, we'll get a Predator movie that features aliens. So if they do the
yeah,
AVP
but in
movies,
those movies though, they showed more of the alien, didn't they?
yeah,
Because
well, that's what I'm saying.
the woman was attached to him.
Yes. So yeah, they're showing a lot of that. I'm excited for the new Predator movies. But the Alien, I'm just saying, like don't
establishing
expect
the
it.
Predator universe before they get the Alien.
Yeah.
They kind of left us hanging. So kind of showing us more about what's going on. How's this
Yeah.
tribe related to the other tribes? You know, I think
Yeah.
we're doing a lot of universe building.
Yeah. I've just been very impressed with Alien Earth, though. They've really captured things. I think sometimes they move a
Yeah.
little slow, but
It,
overall,
it
it's
is
okay.
it does get boring. That's why I'm kind of off and on the show.
It's like, where's
But
the alien?
the ship looked very authentic to the original.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was thinking about how great the set piece looked.
Mhm.
I'm not the type of person to talk about set pieces, but like a lot of money was put into this episode, if nothing else, because they actually used like the keyboard she was typing on. It's actually the keyboard they used in the original movie, but they turned it upside down. I was kind of
Oh,
looking
really?
at Easter eggs for the show.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
So it was a great homage to the original one. That be the
Mhm.
first Alien Earth that kind of felt like an alien movie for the most part. It was a slow burn, which is like it's an hour long too. Like so
Yeah.
that's awful short to have a slow burn.
Yeah, it's. Yeah, I think they're only doing 8 episodes, so there's only 3 left in the season. I mean, I guess 2 now because the 6th one released today, but 3 more for me to watch. But I've been very impressed because they're kind of establishing some new lore. The Prodigy Corporation that's there, it must not last very long because we've never heard of Prodigy before. I guess we haven't really heard of the other 4 companies either, but I'm gonna guess that this guy who's just such a douchebag, who I haven't hated anybody like that since King Joffrey from Game of Thrones, but this guy's such a
You don't
douche.
got me like that yet.
Oh, he hasn't quite gone far enough, but I mean he's pretty darn close.
Shoot, who was that other one that was really bad in Game of Thrones? They had the dogs.
Oh,
He ended up being in the
Bolton.
not the Eternals, but
Was it Bolton?
yeah,
Stephen-
Bolton. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I think I almost hated him more than Joffrey.
Yeah, he was douche.
He's
too.
like feeding them to dogs and shit.
hmm I know. I can't wait for this guy to get
Oh,
his
because
episode.
he molested what's her name,
Oh yeah, Sansa.
Sanson, yeah.
Yeah.
And so that was all where everybody's just like done with
Everybody's
him.
like, "No."
Like he needs to die.
Yeah, fuck this guy. But I did like, I kind of like what they're doing with Prodigy, where they're having the human hybrids. Um, and we haven't seen, like, I haven't seen those in any other Alien lore, like any of the games, any of the movies or shows or anything. So I'm wondering if this is going to end up just being like a one-off failed experiment type thing. So,
Yeah.
because we've never seen those before. We've seen the synths, we've seen the cyborgs before. This is the first time that we're seeing the hybrids. So
Yeah.
that'll be interesting.
Yes. Any thoughts about anything we've talked about, stuff?
Nope.
I think you
Okay.
would really
I
like the show.
I think
To
you
be
made a
honest.
face.
Okay. I just listen. I have opened my mind a lot since being on this podcast and gotten into things that I never thought I would. But the whole alien thing, it's not my bag of tea.
I think you would like it if you like really sat down and
Nope.
watched it.
Nope.
And the other show we want to focus on this week is Peacemaker, which every episode has been fantastic. Tim Meadows is definitely my favorite character.
He's
There
great.
is okay, so if you haven't watched, go watch it. Come back. Um, so there's a lot of talk about what this universe is, and so what people are noticing is everybody is white in the universe, and and the father's happy. There was a universe in DC called Universe X, um, and that was when the Mustache Man won in
Hmm.
that universe. And so they had in the new episode they had these bombers, Sons of Liberty. I remember that because it's my favorite Metal Gear game. The Sons of Liberty, and they treated them like bad guys, like they were terrorists, which they are terrorists. But then I was like, wait a second, if this is a Hitler verse and they are bombing some important building, does that mean they're the good guys? And
Yeah.
Peacemaker is killing the good guys? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. The yeah, I remember the Universe X stuff because it was all like the Aryan race and everything. Superman was a Nazi. Everybody was a Nazi. All the superheroes were Nazis, basically.
Yeah.
So you think that this universe is that universe?
It's basically we're saying the universe where the dad won.
Because the dad's the
Mm.
racist.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
And what's his name? Patrick. I forget his name. T1000. I was
Yeah.
watching some interviews with him. Apparently, him and John Cena have acted before, and they were talking about what great chemistry him and John Cena have. And he's like, I love the lines they give me because they give him like crazy, like stupid lines, like just towards John Cena, and they're like, "Do you feel bad saying that stuff?" He's like, "No, I love it," and it makes me sound good, but it's really James Gunn handing me these things. Like he's saying some crazy creative stuff.
Who is
Yeah.
this?
The dad,
Robert Patrick.
Oh,
Robert
okay.
Patrick, yeah,
Yeah. He's I like what they've done with all of that, and that's interesting though because I didn't put that together. I didn't read into that of it being like the possibly Nazi verse of the DC.
yes, uh, because they are slowly opening things up. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
there's a lot of big theories going on about that. Some people are saying, "Nah, that's not it. Something else," But I
Hmm.
think that's the biggest theory. Um,
Do you
and
think do you think he's going to stay in this universe or do you think he'll go back to his other one?
well, that's why I sent that picture, or that yeah, picture of uh, the robot, GI robot,
Oh yeah.
uh, because my theory is there's gonna be a GI robot showing up here. I think
Yeah.
this, not to say it will, but they're supposed to be in the movies and shows,
Yep.
and none of them have showed up yet. And
Okay,
what
wait, I'm
more
gonna
perfect
stop
timing
you.
for them to show up? He was
She
in
doesn't
a,
know who
so there was a
G.I.
cartoon
Robot is.
called Creature
Yeah.
Commandos, and
Okay.
he was in that. So all those characters in the cartoon Creature Commandos are supposed to show up in the movies and shows.
Yeah.
So, there's
So
Frankenstein's wife. Well, Rick Flag showed up.
yeah,
That's one thing.
yeah. Frankenstein's wife. Frankenstein was in it. But there's G.I. Robot, who was a robot created for World War II to kill Nazis, and that's all he lives for. It's what makes him happy, is killing Nazis, and that was by far the
He's
best.
literally like the
episode.
happiest person in the world when he gets to kill Nazis.
The best was when they did his origin story episode, and
Yes.
he's like makes friends with the white supremacist, and he like doesn't know this, and the white supremacist takes him to a meeting. He's like, I think you could be good for the cause, and he's sitting in a chair, and like these guys are talking about like all the Nazi shit, and like there's like a swastika that drops down, and he's like, Nazis, and he stands up and just murders the room.
Yeah, because they all start going. They start doing the salute in front of him. They're all just going, ah, 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 and he's like, you see his head kind of shaking as they're doing it.
And he keeps asking Rick Flag, "Are they Nazis, sir?" He just wants to kill them.
Once you tell him they're Nazis, he'll go kill them.
Yeah.
But he
Gotcha.
became a lot of people. I don't know who exactly are putting his picture as their profile picture for political reasons, which I think
Yeah.
is interesting.
Yeah.
But
But he's great. I hope we do see him.
I think Eagly's gonna do something. There's a lot of bird talk, right?
Yeah.
You got Tim Meadows, who has bird blindness. He's like, you made me think it was a duck. Was it hilarious? Yes.
Yeah.
I don't appreciate it.
Tim Meadows, his delivery is so good.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's up there with Chris Farley and those
Norm
guys that are
Macdonald and,
great
yeah.
delivery. Like, he's up there because the ladies' man.
Yeah.
I mean, it was all about the delivery.
Yeah. It's like,
So
Sounds
like I
a
wish I could tell
beautiful
how big
lady.
this bird is.
Ooh, a lady.
So I'm obviously still new to all of this, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm learning as I go. God bless Steve's heart for having to explain things to me every episode. But my biggest concern, because I'm such an animal person, I just don't want them to kill Eagly. I'm very nervous about this.
Well, I was talking about the birds. They had the bird blindness. Obviously, we have Eagly. Hot Girl's been there, but also Vigilante keeps. This is a big thing I'm picking up. Vigilante keeps saying he knows all this stuff about things, and then wants to say everything he knows about it. I think there's a lot of birds going on, and he's something about this knowing all the facts to everything.
Yeah.
Platypus and tarantulas or whatever. I think that's going to play into the storyline. And I
Yeah.
think it's going to play a big part.
I don't think they'll kill Eagly, but you never know with James Gunn. He's willing to kill off characters for the emotional impact.
Yes,
Yeah.
and if that happens, that may be the end of my watch.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
Just gonna say, I do love the intros. I find them very awkward, but also entertaining. We skipped over the intro the first couple episodes that we watched, and then I was like, hold on, let's see
You can't
this.
do that. Not for.
You gotta watch the
There's
intro.
certain shows you got to watch the intro every time, and
Yeah.
Peacemaker is one of those shows.
It is.
Does it change every episode?
No.
No, the
No,
first
right?
and
It just
second season
season.
are different.
Yeah.
Just by
Okay.
season, yeah.
Okay. But that's been entertaining. I will say, like, I was a big John Cena fan before. I'm even more of a fan because I think he's doing an excellent job.
He is.
He's so funny. Ric Flair, still hot. That's all I've got on that one.
Frank
I just like
Grillo.
watching him. Sure.
Ric Flair. You totally took me
Rick-
off of what
Rick
we were
Flag.
talking about. Ric Flair. Woo!
Oh,
Flag.
Rick Flag.
Rick Flag.
Rick Flag. Okay.
Okay,
Man, no
let
wonder
me
he
hear
wasn't
first.
walking around titty chopping everybody, going woo.
Sorry, Rick Flag. That's who I meant.
Well,
It's
Rick
too
Flag
similar.
Jr. showed up too,
Yeah,
and
That's yeah.
they
that
played him
was
kind of creepy.
Harcourt's boyfriend in the other universe, and he was in
Right.
the
Yes.
Suicide Squad. Both of them.
So I feel like I need to rewatch Suicide Squad because I don't remember him
The
really
second
in
Suicide
that.
Squad
Yeah, which wasn't as good as the first one.
with
But
King
that's okay.
Shark, who's like possibly one of the greatest characters of all time.
King Shark.
Played by or voiced by Sylvester Stallone.
Oh. Yeah, see, I don't remember a
Yeah, she
lot. So
knows
like,
now.
no.
The second one was much better. The first one was
I
I
like
like
the
them
first
both.
one.
It
Guess the first one's ruined
good,
by
but
Will Smith, but
I thought the second one was way better and felt more like Suicide Squad.
you know, so James Gunn's pretty much said what I'm gonna do because of these circumstances. I'm gonna take out what I think is canon and leave in what I think is not canon.
Mhm.
So he's basically taking pieces from other shows and stuff and not counting the whole show as canon or
Yeah.
movie. So even the second Suicide Squad, it's not completely canon. Only
Yeah.
parts of it are. But I think, and I think I've talked about this before, my theory is first season was in a different universe than the second season. And so the recap in the second season was actually showing what happened in that universe, not the universe that was from the first season. You see what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
like you could kind of say that, and Marvel's doing it with Fox and Spider-Man or Spider-Verse and stuff like that. Why can't they?
Yeah, no, I thought about that too, and I was like, because they changed what happened with the Justice League being the Justice Gang at the end and everything. So, I think that's pretty accurate. That it's a very parallel universe, but not exactly the same.
Right. And I think if you say that, I mean, sure, you could have someone, Ben Affleck, show up again. I think he
Mhm.
should. Uh,
It was great, Batman.
yeah. So
What?
What do you mean, what?
Wasn't he
doesn't
one of the
remember Ben
worst?
Affleck being Batman.
No, he was a
I
great
don't-
Batman. He was very good.
Other than the killing people.
Uh,
He was a darker Batman. It was a darker universe.
That's a Snyderverse, baby.
Snyderverse.
maybe I didn't watch that. I don't know.
You probably
I was
you probably didn't watch the 4-hour Justice League Snyder cut.
no, I surely did not.
Well, I don't think you probably didn't watch any of it if you didn't know Ben Affleck was Batman. He was Batman for.
Well, I knew he was a Batman, but I thought I had heard he did a really poor job.
Oh, you thought he
for
did a poor
people.
job. Okay, I'm way
Yeah.
misinformed.
Yeah.
No,
So
he did good.
I think a lot of people liked him. My thing is, I judge a Batman by who they are as Bruce Wayne. That's why Christian Bale got my
Mhm.
approval, because I really liked his Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Ben Affleck, we didn't get to see much of his Bruce Wayne. He
No.
did some smooth talking to Wonder Woman. You know, the beginning, or was it the beginning of Batman
Yeah.
versus Superman was a lot of Bruce Wayne going on, but we didn't get a lot of Ben Affleck Bruce Wayne, and I think that's my problem.
We
Just like
didn't.
I want my Superman to have a good Clark Kent.
Yeah. Yeah, and the Batman was only in team ups in the Snyderverse, so they
Yeah,
weren't
he didn't
able
get
to
his
like
own
make him
movie.
a focus. And
Which is kind of unfair,
yeah,
because I
'Cause he
would have liked
deserved
to
it.
seen that.
if they had taken like that scene in Batman vs Superman where he breaks into the warehouse and like fights those guys and stuff, and made a Batman movie that had a lot of that, it would have been extremely successful.
I think the Harley Quinn movie kind of ruined everything.
Yeah, it was okay, not great.
What was it? The like Birds of
Birds
Prey
of
or
Prey.
Birds of Prey.
I love the whole Harley Quinn as a female. Like, obviously, I love it. She's hot. She's fucking crazy. Totally my favorite thing. But I could not get into that movie. I turned it off. I was like, this is not good.
Did you watch the cartoon?
I'm gonna let you answer that.
Watch the Harley Quinn cartoon. I'm
Mm.
telling you right now
It's an
that
adult
you will love it.
cartoon.
It's an adult cartoon. It is fucking hilarious, first of all. Second of all, it's Harley Quinn being her most psychopathic self you've ever seen. But it's just so damn funny. And it's
And
voiced by
there's Kite
Kaylee
Man.
Coco. Yeah, Kite
What's
Man
it-
is in it.
What's it streaming on?
HBO.
Yeah, all right. I don't have that, so I'll have to figure that out.
Yeah.
Put it on the list.
If you like Harley
Maybe.
Quinn, take the time to watch it. It's good. They're half-hour episodes. It's not bad.
I think I just like Margot Robbie.
Yeah, she's cool. I like her.
Yeah,
Got no beef with her.
yeah.
I think
she's
she
one
did a
of,
very
like-
good Harley Quinn.
She was a very good Harley Quinn. Like, if they're gonna replace her, that'll be a hard. That's one of those people that's like, that's Harley Quinn. Like that's that character. You know what I mean?
She's going to be hard to replace.
Yeah.
Well, weren't they saying like Lady Gaga was gonna replace her?
That
Oh,
was
in the
Mhm.
Joker movie.
Joker,
And,
no.
Yeah, we don't need to. Actually, people said that Lady Gaga was actually the good part of that movie.
I mean, I think Lady Gaga is super talented. I just don't see
Yes.
her as like a super villain or.
Well, she was
in a
probably
super-
the good part of the movie. It kind of had Harley
Yeah.
Quinn's
Yeah.
origin with
the movie
Joker.
itself, from what I heard. I still
The
haven't
movie
watched
itself, yeah, because there was a stupid music, sing,
it. It was a
music
musical
scene
movie.
every 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think I watched up until like they were in jail and they had this whole like musical scene, and I was like, "This is fucking stupid. I'm done." I turned it off. I
Yeah,
couldn't do it.
I didn't have any feelings on it.
Yeah,
I felt like other people were more annoyed with me. I didn't think it was good, but I think I was numb to it. Like,
Yeah.
because the director literally said he's going to do it his way and show them incels or something like that. Because the first movie there's a lot of accusations that it was fueling incels.
No.
And so I think that's what ruined it there. They made the Joker political.
Sure.
oh
And it didn't even need a sequel.
No.
it really didn't. I loved the first one. I thought it was very well done. I got into it.
But it made $1 billion, so they were like, we're going to do another one.
Yeah, let's ruin it by making a sequel.
That's
Yeah,
what
they
do.
ruined it on purpose.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we get to our main event, anything that you guys have watched recently that you wanna mention?
Oh yeah, I'm here for this. So I'll start with. I got two of them. Okay. So Wednesday, I finished the second season because it dropped the second half of the second season. I think this past Wednesday. Fantastic, 10 out of 10. Totally. I don't know. Everybody plays a really good part in there. Like they play their characters so well that you just get sucked into it. I'm excited to see what they do with the third season because they've introduced two new characters. Lady Gaga is also in the second season of Wednesday and did a great job. Just really killing it out there. But I definitely recommend you guys watching it, especially if you're into that whole like kind of macabre TV style. Yeah, I'm huge fan. Will continue to watch. It's still gaining a lot of traction. I don't know when the third season's coming out, but hopefully we don't have to wait another 3 years.
Yeah.
The other thing that I'm going to watch, and you guys have been making fun of me for this, but it is very popular, is The Summer I Turned Pretty. And it's an awful show, but you get sucked in because the characters are so bad, you hate them. You hate the protagonist too. And like I said, 2 episodes left. I'll give you my synopsis on it at the end. I'm just waiting for it to be done. But everybody on the interwebs is talking about what team they're on. And I have been Team Jer since the very beginning, and everybody has hated on me for it. But I think people are finally starting to see that Jer was actually not the bad guy in this whole situation. It was his brother who everybody loved in the beginning. So this means nothing to you guys, but you should watch it, check it out. Rick might be good for from a therapy perspective. Yep, that's all I got.
I did start watching the paper. Now Peacock, their price is going up. I just saw. Speaking of which, I got to cancel. I just saw my price was at like $11 right now. It was at 7, but they're talking about jacking it up to like 17.
Inflation.
Jesus.
Peacock is not good for that. Good enough for that.
No, it's got
So
twisted
I'm
metal.
actually gonna do that right now. Before I forget. But the paper, um, you know, it's not horrible. They, if you haven't watched it, I don't know if I'll have any spoilers, but it's not much. But basically, they connected the paper to Dunder Mifflin was sold, and then it was all moved to Toledo, and on this floor is all their paper corporations. One's toilet paper, and there I guess they had a paper there. Um, and so the guy, the main character, what's his name? Gabe, I think his name or something like that. Not Gabe, but the redheaded guy. He uh, has been in shows. He was Weasley in Harry Potter, uh, but he's also been in other shows. And I'm not a big fan of him.
Who is
Yeah.
The guy who played Weasley in Harry Potter.
which Weasley? There's like 20 of them.
I
Ron.
don't know. I don't watch fucking Harry Potter.
Well, you should.
I think he was Ron.
Hold on, I'm looking it up.
Which he does an okay job, but I feel like they just put his sleeve right out there, didn't develop the character. But I think he's having a lot of fun with the character. He's kind of more of a Leslie Knope type of character
Oh,
than a Michael Scott.
I don't know why I said,
I
oh,
feel
like
like
it's
Leslie
bad. I like
Knope
Leslie
is
Knope.
easier to write than because Michael Scott seemed to, well, Leslie Knope was all Amy Poehler too, but Oscar followed along, so he moved there to Toledo. He's the only one from the office that survived, and he sees the camera crew and he's like, no, get away from me, and so he's like refusing to take part, and he says there's nothing you can do, but apparently his contract doesn't have an end date from the office, so so they can use him all they want. But he is probably the best part of that show. Um, and then I don't know. There's an older like black guy that's like been there forever. He's kind of the Creed, kind of the old guy, old weird guy there. And so I really liked him. But I forget who else. There's somebody else. But anyways, I'm watching episodes. Like, it's kind of dragging on, kind of like they're trying to be funny. But I think The Office is probably like that too. It's kind of like we're hitting or missing.
Yeah.
So I think they're trying different things, trying to catch their footing. But I did have some episodes where I was just kind of bored with.
Yeah.
But I've only watched the first 4 or 5 episodes so far. First episode was pretty good. I
Yeah.
looked at that. First 1 or 2 episodes were good.
And they might figure it out in season 2, kind of like The Office did. Because the first season wasn't highly rated. I still think
Yeah,
it was
but if they're
funny,
going to be
but-
$17, that's
Yeah.
not worth it. Because what does Peacock have? The Office.
Twisted-
Okay, I'll
Twisted
get the
Metal.
freaking DVDs. Like, what else do they have?
Yeah,
They
Twisted
got-
Metal.
Is Twisted Metal, The Office, where why don't I just go purchase it once?
Yeah. Well, you
Down
just
with
get
it.
it the month everything comes out, and then you just watch through it. Yeah.
But like, is it all worth $17? I don't even think it's worth. That's even worth $17.
No.
Nope. Cancel.
Yeah. Adam, you got one?
No, we started watching The Hunting Wives. which is interesting.
Wait, what
But
episode are you on?
I think we just finished episode 2. We still got
Ugh.
ways to go.
Yeah.
I'll let you know what I think about it as we move forward. It's like all centered around like sexual power.
It gets crazy though once all the murders start happening,
Yeah,
and then the whodunits.
Murders?
Lots of murders.
sex and murder.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So I don't know. It's good. It's good. It's interesting. It hasn't really done anything for me yet, but hopefully that the next several episodes starts to kind of pick up and things start to happen. I guess.
A lot of things happen.
Because right now it's
Just
just like, hey, I'm trying to seduce this new girl in town, and then the husband hits on her. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But anyways, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Okay. Let me tell you what happened when I went to cancel my Peacock. Here,
They
let me
offered you
show
a free month.
No,
Paramount does that.
even better. They offered me 6 months for $3 a month.
Oh wow.
That's what happens when you cancel because of their price change.
Yeah.
So
That's
just
fair enough.
FYI, even if you don't want to cancel it,
Say you do.
let me see how long. Okay, it says there's $2.99 for 6 months. Oh, wait a second.
There's got to be a catch.
$2.99 starting $9.28, then auto renews. Because it auto renews.
Yeah.
So I'll subscribe. And okay, well I'm gonna start watching Peacock. You guys have fun. No, just joking. So, anyways, you were saying?
No, then I'm done. I was just saying that I started watching Honey Wives, but I haven't gotten like far enough to really give any type of thesis on it. Hopefully in the future. It's taking time. It's a lot.
All right, and so we decided today we are going to talk about maybe our favorite one or two movies that everybody else hated. Who wants to give their first one?
I'll start. Mine, the one that I chose was kind of, I guess you can kind of say it was one of those cult favorites or whatever, but it did not get reviewed very well. It still does not get reviewed very well, but it's Mystery Men. One of my favorite superhero movies of all time. It was ahead of its time for sure, but it was about a superhero team. It had Paul Rubin, it had Ben Stiller, William H. Macy, Hank Azaria, and Kel Thompson. It had it had good stars in it and everything, and it was goofy, and it was about the outsider heroes just trying to make a name for themselves and like do right and everything. So, but it was so weird and goofy, and Paul Rubin is just, anytime he's in a movie, his character becomes just like fucking classic, and his whole character's persona was the spleen. It was farts. His superpower is farts, which was hilarious. And like Ben Stiller's just a guy who gets angry. William H. Macy was the shoveler, like he literally uses a shovel to hit people. That's his superpower. But I just found like the whole movie so goddamn funny and kind of a parody and goof. I don't know. It's very good. And it's a movie that apparently other people do not like or understand, but I don't know. It's something that I'll always love. Plus it introduced me to Smash Mouth, I'm pretty sure.
You're an all-star, baby.
That's right. Get your game
Introduced
on.
me
Go
to
play.
Smash Mouth.
Yeah. Because that was it was in the trailers, first of all, but it was also in the movie at the end.
What movie was it?
Mystery Men.
Mystery Man. That introduced you to Smash Mouth? Smash Mouth?
That
Which one
introduced me
was
to
it?
Smash
Was
Mouth.
it It Ain't No Joke? I like the vibe. See,
No, it was All Star.
so that was way after they became famous because they got famous for Might as well be walking on the sun.
Yeah, but
It's a
like I
banger,
didn't
too.
really know anything, and then like I heard that one, and what year did that come out? Because I can tell you about how old I was.
That's a banger song though. I'm gonna listen to that.
1999, so I was 13, I think,
No,
with
they
it.
had that song was being played nonstop on like Q101.
Yeah, but like
No,
I don't
music.
think I had really. But you know how like sometimes you associate a song with like a scene in a movie or something was particularly
No, I got you.
great. That it always sticks in my mind that like because everybody says Shrek. To me, it
Hmm.
was Mystery Men.
See, I
But
think Smash Mouth. I think Shrek.
yeah, see, I think Mystery Men because I love that movie and I've watched it probably 100 times because it was the only superhero
Interesting.
team up movie that was out.
I think I've only watched that movie once because I was not impressed with it. So I am one of those people that did not enjoy it.
Oh,
So you are
I'm sure.
speaking to me. I am people.
I'm sure. Greg Kinnear was in it. Jeffrey Rush. Eddie Izzard. Oh, I forgot Eddie Izzard was in that movie. Yeah, it was so good. It was so good, and I wish I should probably just try to watch it again sometime because I loved it. But I mean, there's definitely a cult following behind that one. It's not the majority of audiences, but I don't know. It's
Hmm.
something that will always be a classic to me.
We
What
like
about
what
you,
we
Steph?
like.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys, Adam. I think I used to make you watch it, but 13 Ghosts.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Um, it wasn't super popular, I would say, but there's something about it that I found fascinating. I think it was the backstory of all the different ghosts, not even necessarily the movie, but the backstory and how they were all in there. I thought the effects for when it was, I don't even know what year it came out, were really great. The ghosts were
2001.
yeah, so the ghosts were fantastic. The makeup, the special effects, I thought it was really good. It had Matthew Lillard, who I was obsessed with, and I think what Tony Shalhoub was in there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what was the girl's name?
Shannon
Um,
Elizabeth.
yeah, I mean her acting was horrible, but like whatever, it fit the movie.
She
And
was
I just
barely in it.
feel she was the main character in there.
Shannon Elizabeth? No, she wasn't. Tony
Yeah,
Shalhoub was the main character.
she was the daughter though. She played a big part in that
But then she
movie.
gets captured, and then you don't see her for half the movie. She played a
No.
part in it, but she wasn't like Tony Shalhoub was the main one.
Yeah, but she played a pretty big part in it. Um, anyway, I think you need to rewatch it because I think you'll realize you're wrong. But I just for that time period, like I thought it was great. Again, the backstory. So I had the DVD. I probably still have the DVD. I don't have a DVD player, but I have a DVD. And you can click on all the different ghosts in like the extra features and read their backstory and see how they died and everything. And I don't know. So I'm fascinated by ghosts and where they came from and their origin. And so yeah, I really liked it.
You know they're doing a 13 Ghosts TV series.
No, I did not know that.
Each episode will be about each of the individual ghosts, like their backstory and everything.
So there's one ghost. Was it the jackal?
The one with the
I think
cage around its head.
that one always scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that
jackals.
one, and then there was another one. He was supposed to be, I think, the Jabberwocky. Maybe he was supposed to be the meanest of all of them.
Oh,
Terrifying.
yeah, the big guy with like the railroad spikes through him.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
But again, like it instilled a fear in me, but I was still so fascinated. The actual, I'm not gonna lie, the actual story was kind of stupid, like the whole ending of it. But I don't know. I enjoy it. I watch it every year around Halloween.
I don't know. It's a good movie. I like that one. I thought the idea behind it was interesting. That they're trying to capture these ghosts to unlock, I forget, like immortality or something like that. Something
Yep,
weird, but
yep.
they're
I never,
using like runes and stuff to capture them.
yeah. I never watched the original, so I don't know how similar it is, but I like the 2001 version.
Yeah, the first one was released in like the '60s.
Yeah, so probably not as good.
Yeah.
Uh, Rick, what about you?
Sorry. Uh, I have to go.
Juggernaut. Juggernaut. Sorry.
Juggernaut, yeah.
You talking X Men?
No. 13 Ghosts.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
I was actually deciding between three of them. I went with Sucker Punch. It's got a 22 score on Rotten Tomatoes and a 47% audience score. Um, I don't know. I think it had kind of a Wizard of Oz 2 feeling to it,
Hmm.
where it was kind of this creepy world. She was getting a lobotomy. I think that happened in Wizard of Oz, in the Wizard of Oz, the Return to Oz.
Yeah.
Um, but she's like retreating to this fantasy world. I think a lot of people were disappointed that the fantasy world wasn't just like a real world. Like the
Hmm.
preview kind of made it seem like, oh yeah, they're they're fighters in this wonderful world. Like it was universe building, and I think that was around the time where universe building was starting to kind of be there. We kind of wanted a universe, so
Yeah.
people had this feeling like there's this universe where these people lived, but uh, no,
What they
it's
were
just fantasy.
what they were sold didn't live up to the expectation.
Right, right. But for I'm looking at it. I think they marketed it wrong. Uh, I I'm looking at it as it is a piece of art, and if I were just let somebody just speak from their soul, this is what I'd see. Like I feel like Zack Snyder kind of put his soul there. These, a beautiful woman named Baby Doll. These beautiful women, but they're strong. There's aliens, they're interdimensional beings and shit like that. But at the same time, there was some a lot of double meanings with the being in the mental health hospital, getting a lobotomy and stuff like that. I feel like he was speaking from his soul there.
Yeah, I like that movie. I thought it was good, and I didn't understand the hate behind it. I was like, this is pretty decent, and it was fun. It felt very influenced by anime. It absolutely did.
Well,
Um,
definitely anime and superheroes,
yes,
because this is right before he took over DC. I think this was the movie that made DC say, "Okay, we're gonna see what you got."
yeah, I think it was like the first movie. Well, it was the movie he did right before Man of Steel. But I thought
Yeah,
it was good. It was definitely a little strange, and but I mean, it was like because it was like a dream within a dream that they were doing from time to time.
yeah,
And like every time she was like dancing, they went into a new dream sequence where they were in some different period of time fighting something. It was cool. I mean, visually it was amazing. Um, it kind of showed like the darker side of like abuse and like I mean, those mental hospitals obviously back then were not very good, but I don't know how they are now. But no, I thought it was good. I thought it was good. I agree with you on that one. I like that one.
yeah. She's so
Yeah.
young, Emily Browning. She's
Yeah.
born in 1988. So that means this happened like 2011, 14 years ago.
Yeah.
How old is she in 1988? 30 something? Probably 34.
Well,
1988 to 2011.
She had to be like 19
uh,
when she did that movie. 19 or 20.
Somewhere around there, yeah. She was, I mean, she was pretty young.
Yeah. Um, no, I was just thinking about how old that movie is, and she's only in her 30s.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. No.
Like,
She was like 23, I think. 22 or
okay,
23. Yeah. But
okay.
yeah, overall, that was a good movie, and it was fun to watch. It had a great soundtrack too.
Yeah. Um, Adam, you got another one.
I do. Another cult classic, Event Horizon,
I never
which
saw that.
oh really? Oh my god!
Mm-mm.
Like that movie scares the shit out of me. Like the whole premise of the movie is that they finally create a way to move from one point of space to another through like a wormhole. But what happens to that ship, the Event Horizon? is it goes into the wormhole and it gets stuck in hell. And then it comes out the other side of the wormhole. So basically, you travel through hell to get from one side of space to the other. But when the ship comes out the other side, nobody knows where it is. This crew goes to investigate, and when they get there, they start finding like the audio and video logs. The crew's all massacred and everything. And then what's his name? Sam Neill ends up getting kind of possessed or influenced by a demon of some sort, and ends up trying to murder the crew. He basically wants to take hell to Earth. It's wild, and it has apparently one of the it has a very fast but gory like blood orgy that happened in hell that you see on like a video log. You don't really see much unless you slow it down, which people did. But apparently that whole sequence is actually like I think it was like 3 or 4 minutes longer. But they said they lost the footage and it doesn't exist anymore because they had to take it out because people were like throwing up in the theater.
Oh.
But it was like stuff of like people getting screws drilled into their teeth and like all kinds of fucked up stuff. But basically, like the demons of hell, like blood orgy, good times.
Yeah. Probably
But-
won't watch that.
They don't have any of that in there, so it's just really it's a scary movie. It's not even
Yeah.
like really gory, but it's scary, and it definitely creeps you out because it's like the concept of like actually going to hell, like, and being trapped in there. Like I don't know, it's creepy as fuck. But I love that movie, and it is definitely a horror icon now. I'm sad they never did a follow up because it was not well received. But it gained popularity after its DVD release. They gained some popularity there, but it bombed in the theaters. But it is a scary piece of cinema. Like if you go back and you look at what a horror movie is, this defined it. So, also just one of my favorites. Just so good, so good.
But you
But I
said
like
it's
the
not
sci-fi.
super gory?
It's not super gory. There's a couple of parts where there's some blood, but it's not like bad. Like I think there's one dude that's like cut open, like above like an operating table or something. Like he's strung up and like cut open, but he's like already open when they find him. It's not like he's still bleeding or anything. Lawrence Fishburne was in that. Sam Neill. I'm trying to think about who the other like big names were in there. But anyways, great movie. What's your next one?
Me?
Yeah. I'm gonna guess
Well-
it's Grease 2.
It sure is, buddy.
That fucking movie
Um,
sucks.
Okay, I've talked about it on here a couple of times. I still stand by. I love that movie. It makes zero sense. There's so many plot holes, but there's just something about it that gets me going. Cool writer, amazing song. You know, it's the same thing. You got a bunch of 30-year-olds playing 18-year-olds. They all look like they're worse for the wear, but it just works. It is not popular. It is actually not great, but I love it.
It's bad. It's so bad.
I mean, I've said before, the reason I loved it is because my narcissistic tendencies, the main character's name is Stephanie. So I was like, I never see a Stephanie as a leading character. So
Played by
I
Michelle
loved it.
Pfeiffer.
exactly. And it's like, you know, she's
Let me.
just living her fantasy. She wants a cool rider. She wants to be swept away from her small town life. I appreciate that.
My problem with
And
Grease
it's
2.
done through music and dance.
My problem with Grease 2 is that the songs have nothing to do with the plot. They are literally just in the movie to exist. There's maybe like one or
like
two
Joker
songs.
too.
No, that's
They have nothing to do. They don't move the plot along. Like at least in the first Grease, it was like they were singing about things that they're going through. Like the
Grease
second one
Lightning.
was, yeah, Grease Lightning. They're singing
Like
about
they're
the car.
literally Grease Lightning. The car was there,
Yeah,
and they were singing about Grease Lightning.
that's right. There was,
okay.
like,
Well, she's
something
talking
moving
about how she wants a cool rider. A cool rider. She's talking about how she doesn't want somebody boring. She wants a man who rides a motorcycle in tight
Oh, that's
leather. And
Okay, I'll give you
Yeah.
that. I'll give you that one,
Beat.
and then I'll I'll give you that one, and I'll raise you the reproduction song.
Yes, had
The
zero
bowling
impact.
song.
Okay, great song. They
No,
won a bowl
it's
tonight.
not. It's
Um,
not. What's the other one? The one where the guy's in the bunker with the girl, who's basically
he's
like
trying to
trying to
get
deceive
laid.
her. He's trying to deceive her into getting laid by saying that World War III started.
I think it was World War II then, but
It was a little rapey.
yeah, no, it was. But at the same point, I don't know. It made sense to me. I will give you that the scene at the talent show. Here's where the big plot holes happen. And again, apologies if anybody's heard me talk about this. She's at the talent show. She sees her cool rider is just falling off the edge. Well, the cool rider, spoiler alert, was actually the pianist for the entire talent show, and the show has gone on. Nobody noticed he's missing. But then she's singing the song with her group, and all of a sudden just kind of spaces out and does a whole ballad. But on the other end, you see in her like daydream, her cool rider is also singing. So what is she doing the entire time on stage while he has taken over the second part of the song? Is she just standing there and then she wins?
It makes no sense. The whole movie is just awful.
It's asinine, but I love it.
I mean,
It's
listen,
sense-
that's a great pick for tonight's topic because that movie is fucking awful. It's your guilty
It's
pleasure, though.
Great. You nailed it. You knew the
got-
assignment.
I
I'm pretty
knew
sure
the
you
assignment.
won. I'm pretty sure you won
Fortunately,
tonight.
I didn't know the assignment because I saw this movie. I'm like, okay, I take my first one back. There are two movies I want to mention. But Texas Chainsaw: The Next Generation.
Oh, is that the one with Matthew McConaughey?
Matthew McConaughey, Renee Zellweger.
Oh,
I
that was
don't
so
know
bad.
if Empire Records came out before or after that. But I think so. I don't remember. But she was in Empire Records. I think after that. The Chainsaw Massacre: Next Generation. Basically, I don't know. I found it incredible. I was, and it seemed so. House of a Thousand Corpses
No.
is kind of an homage to, is an homage to the Chainsaw Massacre movies. It played out just like the Chainsaw Massacre movies did. But most of all, I felt like it was a scene for scene copy of The Next Generation. Just- I mean, but I wanted to look at some of these critic reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, which I think we should all do about our movies. Look up critic reviews real quick, see if you find anything.
Oh god.
So like worst of all has to be McConaughey, who hoots and howls his way through the mid-film torture of Zellweger with such brio that it becomes something like misogynistic performance art. Uh, like just because Matthew McConaughey definitely has this need for significance. So it's like just how overly acting he was in that movie, because it wasn't. I guess it's not supposed to be like a well, it's a horror movie, but it's not. It's it's more of a B movie, right?
Yeah,
So there's going to be bad acting in that.
it's not. Yeah, it's not good. I find that movie entertaining, but yeah, it's bad.
The acting was pretty bad. Renee Zellweger was pretty bad. Uh, but everybody's saying it's terrible. There's one guy that's like, it was technically a good movie, an unintentional comedy. I thought it was intentionally a comedy. I'm not even joking. That's how bad that movie is. I laughed thinking it was a comedy. It wasn't a comedy. I just realized it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It wasn't supposed to be a parody.
Do you remember how the movie ends? Like the last scene of the movie,
It's been a while.
it's just Leatherface with his chainsaw like spinning in circles
Yes.
and like yeah.
I do remember.
Like, what even happened? Why is he
Uh,
doing that? Like it was. So I think Matthew
Well, he does
McConaughey
do
is.
that like out in the cornfields, but yeah, it was abrupt.
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey still denies being in that movie, even though everyone can see he was in it. Like even he knows.
Someone really thought Zellweger was going to take over Jamie Lee Curtis as Scream Queen. That's interesting. Yeah, so I don't know. I think I watched it a couple times when I was younger because it came out in like '94. I think that was before Empire Records, and I watched it a couple times. I thought it was entertaining. I don't know. Okay,
It's
but I do
entertaining.
want to do. Do you have anything to say about Chainsaw Massacre?
I didn't see the one that you're talking about. Um, but some of those movies just got to be too gory. Like House of a Thousand Corpses, you brought up, is just pure gore to me. So
Oh, a
I don't.
girl walked out of my theater crying when we were watching it.
Yeah, I
It
won't.
was that bad because the fishmen.
I don't even know if I made it that far.
Oh, well, it was probably the goriest part of the movie.
Yeah, I think I watched like honestly the first like 10, 15 minutes and I was out.
I
So,
think that movie was what made the Human Centipede possible.
Yeah,
They made
probably.
oh,
it kind of mainstream, but didn't like put you direct. I've never watched the Human Centipede. I get it.
Oh, I did. It was
I get the
gross.
point. I'm not going to watch it because just like hearing everybody talk about it and tell me what happens in the movie
yeah.
gives me enough where I don't want to experience it.
Yeah, there's just certain movies I just like don't need to watch.
No,
That's that any of those John Waters movies like Pink Flamingo? Nope. I'm out.
I saw Human Centipede, only the first one, and that one like haunted my dreams for weeks because it was so
yeah, I
disturbing.
remember that was out. Everybody's talking about it. I'm like, nope, I am not going to see that.
I watched it because Daniel Tosh on Tosh.0 did like a spoiler bit about it. And it was like it's apparently a 20-minute long like review of the movie, but he just does like a 1 minute snippet of like stuff strung together. And me and my roommate Morgan at the time, we were like, we should probably watch this. So we watched it one day, and I woke up the next day. I was like, dude, that shit was in my fucking dream. She was like, me too. She's like, it's really fucked up.
Yeah, because oh man, I found another one. Yeah, because like that's not. It's like that's what I talk about when I talk about like gore porn. You know,
Yeah.
people are getting off on watching that stuff, and that's just not me. No thanks. That's why I haven't watched Terrorizer or
I used to
Terrifier.
some of the movies I used to actually like I saw all the Hostel movies.
Well, they had
And that's
yeah, but it's like in Saw, but I just kind of had enough and couldn't continue watching them. It's like
I don't
I've
go
had
out of
enough
my
of it.
way
I
to
don't want
really
to
watch it.
experience anymore because they have like 8 movies.
Yeah. Oh, when
There's a
I
whole
watch Saw, I
story.
still have to like close my eyes at some parts because it's so
The,
disturbing.
the hard part is the story is pretty good.
Yes, I like the story.
That's what sucks. Is because I want to watch it because the story is so good, but they add in all that gore and stuff like that. I think the second one is when I said I had enough.
I liked I liked Spiral. Spiral was a good in the Saw universe, but not quite Saw, but also Saw at the same time. I don't know. It was good. I liked it. Chris Rock did a decent job.
Ooh, 1990s. And I also want to honorably mention Blank Man. 12% on the tomato meter.
Hmm.
David Allen Greer and Damon Wayans.
Yep.
Dude, I don't know what people hated about it. It was an homage to the 60s Batman. Like, it was a love letter to Batman.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people got that. Uh, like, obviously, David Wayans in it, he was, like, kept acting like he was Bruce Wayne or kept acting like, next time,
Yeah.
he was like narrating it. And when they punched people, the pow would come up and stuff like that. They did the camera angles, they
Hmm.
did the cheap jokes. I feel like it was just like, hey, this is kind of the Black Batman.
Yeah, and along the lines with that one is Orgasmo.
Oh yeah, and Chowder Boy.
And Chowder Boy. God, it's such a good movie.
Yeah, that's a little wild. That's a little bit of a wild one.
I feel like people liked Orgasmo more than they like Blank Man.
Yeah. Uh, I don't know. I thought it was funny, and I thought it was supposed to be corny, because
Hmm.
I think they were trying to act just like they did in the '60s Batman, which was incredibly corny. That
Yeah,
Joker was incredibly corny. Catwoman was incredibly corny. I'm sorry. I loved every
absolutely.
minute of it.
Yeah, Blank Man's a good one. I haven't seen that since I was a kid.
I watched it a couple times. But I also was a big fan of like In Living Color. Big fan of Damon Wayans, David Allen Greer, Mo
There
Money,
was
Mo Money, Mo Money, Mo Money.
there was a lot of just kind of like off-color superhero movies back in the day. Because you also had Meteor Man, which was
Steel.
definitely black exploitation. Steel.
Yeah, and none of them went. None of them went well.
No, none of them. Again, I think like some of
They
that stuff.
tried a couple times, and it wasn't. I think they
Right.
really wanted to like make a black superhero.
Yeah,
What are
I
you
think they
talking
really
about?
struggled.
Maybe someone make that meme. What are you talking about? First black superhero and put Blank Man up,
Yeah,
or put Handyman.
yeah. I think it took Blade to really be successful. Greatest superhero movie.
Blade was an amazing movie. I also like the second one. Third one, not so much. But the first two, fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I wonder what they're gonna do now. Wesley Snipes is existing in the universe again, so they're probably
yeah.
gonna put a end to his story.
I
Is
know.
he, what is he? Is he DC?
Marvel.
No, he's Marvel. He showed up in the Deadpool Wolverine movie.
Yeah,
I don't
Speaking
think
of
I finished
which,
that.
came back as
Gambit's
Blade.
not gonna have an accent for this new movie.
Oh, he's not.
No, they thought the accent was a little too strong, and they wanted this movie to be halfway serious.
Yeah,
And when Deadpool's not meant to be serious, so just like you know, like they did with what's her name, Scarlet Witch.
Storm. Oh,
Uh, well, I mean the Marvel verse,
yeah,
Scarlet Witch, where she started out with an accent, but then the next movie she didn't.
yeah. They did that with Storm in the X Men movies. The first
Yeah,
X Men movie, she
it was a
had like a
terrible
Kenyan
African
accent.
accent to begin with.
Yeah, she had like that Kenyan accent, and then after that, it just went away.
Yeah,
But
man,
yeah,
her
I mean,
character.
that was the joke in Deadpool and Wolverine, though, was that like you can't really understand him, but he's saying some funny shit.
Yeah, Storm was kind of terrible in the original X Men.
Yeah,
Like,
she was not very useful.
there wasn't too many. Man, they failed. Okay, we're going out in the weeds. They
Yeah,
failed us with X Men, um, but hopefully they'll do it justice this time. Any final thoughts?
no, some more movies are gonna come to my mind later, but not at the
Yeah,
moment.
same. I got my two out. Grease 2. Feel like I have to talk about it once a quarter.
Yep, that fucking movie.
So
Well, you
good.
have to
If
pay
you haven't
me a
watched it,
quarter to
watch it.
listen to it again.
The reviews on it actually aren't that bad.
Well, let's take a look at that real quick. Let's see,
I
Grease
have it pulled.
It's
2.
like zero.
Let's see, Grease.
it's, it got like worst Rotten Tomato score of all time.
It's
37%.
4.6 on IMDb. So appalling it
That's good.
exerts a perverse
Why is
fascination.
well IMDb? I don't know because on to Rotten Tomatoes it's 37%.
That's about the same,
Sarah
roughly.
Michelle Fetter says there is a gender flipped gonzo goofiness in the film that was wildly ahead of its time in '82 and sadly like remains so today.
So
It's ahead of it's ahead of us. It's so far ahead of us.
here's the crazy thing. It's got 87 10-star reviews, and then everything else like 15, 32, 31, 18, 19, 18. So
Did
it's
they
like
like to
there's
include? Don't they separate critics and?
not on IMDb.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
let me read one of these reviews real quick. When I was 11, Grease 2 was like crack. It was a classless, shameful, euphoric, and powerfully addictive experience. My sister and I would watch it, rewind it, and watch it over again and again and again until we passed out or became too confused and hostile to stand one another. So if you are an 11-year-old girl and you reviewed this film as brilliant or fun or better than the original Grease, you have your fledgling adolescent hormones to blame, and you can rest assured that this unyielding fixation with utter rubbish will pass.
Apparently, it doesn't.
Grease 2 is a slept-on gem, a great love story.
Yeah, I fell asleep on it. All right.
I think most people are accustomed to sequels
I
that are not as
was
good as
not
the
hearing.
originals. There are exceptions, of course, such as The Godfather, Lethal Weapon, etc., which had some great follow-ups. Rarely are there sequels as bad as this one is, however. It is a perfectly awful movie. I hate it when filmmakers try to capitalize on a movie as successful as Grease by trying to voice junk like this just off on the public as a follow-up. Sequel doesn't have the same director, writers, or major cast members of the original movie, and it shows. That one's not funny. People don't write the funny bad reviews anymore.
No.
Well, since Siskel, the terrible critic, died.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
I mean, seems like there's a lot more people that like it than you think.
Not from where I'm standing.
Sounds like teenage girls.
All the baby
Um,
boomers love it.
uh,
Okay,
Listen,
boomer.
Steph, we're not saying you're alone on it.
yeah, I'm not.
We're just
I am.
saying.
I don't think anybody else likes that show. I think they had to put a couple of bots in there
Yeah.
because they were so bad.
You're like,
Well-
we'll never get a Grease 3 made.
These, yeah, they're not gonna be like, oh, let's try this trash again and see if we can squeeze a couple more pennies out of this.
I mean,
Frenchie shows up in the wax museum.
okay, so there's something in here on Rotten Tomatoes, like Grease 2, What to Know. Critics' consensus. I completely read this wrong. I'm going to read what it says, but I'm going to read afterwards what I read. Grease 2 is undeniably stacked with solid songs and well choreographed dance sequences, but there's no getting around the fact that it's a blatant retread of its far more entertaining predecessor. So I read that as, but there's no getting around the fact that it's a blatant retard of its far more entertaining predecessor. And I'm like, oh, that's okay.
Why are you taking it so personally? It's like your self-esteem is tied to this. Like,
Kind of is.
If I don't find someone that agrees with me, I'm slitting my wrist tonight.
My whole identity lies on this.
Yeah, it's not good stuff. Come on.
Yeah, but it's a cult classic, so.
You enjoy it, and that was the assignment. The assignment was to find a movie that nobody else likes, but you like.
Yeah, you
I
won.
didn't do that well in this.
She
You
can't
apparently
take
did
pride.
very
This
well.
is what it's like to talk to a woman. She can't take pride even when she wins. It's not enough.
You won, Steph. I don't know what you're bitching about.
I'm just trying to prove a point that it's a decent movie.
It's okay. You can stop because if it was a decent movie, you wouldn't have brought it up tonight in our bad movies
Why
that
did
we like.
why did you talk about it then? I thought you
Like
understood
it's
the
not a
assignment.
decent movie.
It wasn't bring your biggest delusion here.
Yeah. Like I wasn't saying that Mystery Men was a great movie. I'm just saying that I really enjoy it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, you should probably agree that it's bad.
Yeah.
Being bad doesn't mean you can't enjoy it.
No.
Yeah. I mean, I obviously enjoy it, but
There's some bad
Yeah, it's not a
movies.
good movie. There's a lot. I said there's a lot of plot holes in it.
Yeah.
I mean, you ever like rent a movie back in the day? You're like, oh, this looks good, and you're watching it, and you're feeling nothing while you're watching it, and it's kind of a straight to DVD type of thing.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
you're just watching this movie. You're not even following along. You're not feeling anything. You're just like, is something gonna happen? This is terrible.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of those. Hmm.
I felt like that about some of the movies that have won Oscars.
That
Oh
what?
my God. What's that movie I hate? Hotel Budapest or whatever.
Yeah, something about the Budapest Hotel.
I
Yeah,
hate that
I.
movie.
There Will Be Blood was one that I did not care for that movie. People like raved about it. I'm like, this movie fucking
Yeah,
sucks.
I hate The Crow.
I know you hate The Crow.
It's honestly terrible.
See, that's how you
It doesn't
feel.
make
but
any fucking sense.
Makes perfect
Oh,
sense.
hey, he's
Crow
unkillable.
resurrects
Then what
the
am I fucking watching for? Like, I'm waiting to like fear that he's gonna die. The closest they got is that woman that was literally holding her, holding the bird, and didn't do fucking nothing.
and got her eye pecked out.
But she's just sitting there holding the bird, going ha ha, like doing like this, like that's not serious. I
She's a
cannot
crazy
take
drug
a movie
lady.
that does that serious. Like I want to
know-
feel like he's in danger, but he's not at
You
all.
know what probably would have saved him was the Cool Rider.
Yeah, probably not.
Bruce Lee's son did not need to die for that. I'm sorry. God
But
rest
you know
his
what? The Crow had Michael Wincott, who is a fucking god. So
Pretty sure it had Danny Glover too. It doesn't make it good.
it didn't have Danny Glover. It had Ernie Hudson.
Oh, Ernie Hudson, one of those awesome guys.
Yeah.
I
It was a good movie.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah.
They're telling me to keep my mouth shut. We here at Spit Take support Black Lives Matter. Anyways,
Mark that.
no, don't mark that.
Why?
Because that could go a whole wrong way.
No,
Yeah.
no, that'll get us the eyes on the product, and people will be like, "Yeah, I can totally relate."
All right. Well, you guys good? I think we'll be done for the day.
No, do not mark that.
I'm not marking it. I'm just saying, are you guys done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Spit Take. We hope to see you guys next time. And feel free to leave us a comment and share it with your friends.